All right, this is Kill You Last. I'm Peter Garacci.
I'm Alex Bashera.
This is this third, what is it called? Quarantine special? Pandemic extravaganza? What are we calling
It's
it?
the pandemic emergency pod number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Third. This is 3 episodes we've done in 5 days.
Wow. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really counting the days.
We released an episode. Wait, have we? Is this the third episode?
It's the pandemic emergency pod 3. We did
Okay.
the first one
This is
wasn't
the
a
second
video.
video
This is
one.
the second video. Exactly.
Got it. Yeah,
That's
so this
right.
is exciting.
Yeah.
We're both stuck still.
Yep. I think everyone in the
was it-
world is.
President announced today that April 30th is going to be not back to normal, but like holding these kind of standards till April 30th.
At least, yeah. It's March 29th today for context. Yeah.
Well, good news is Peter Palooza's scheduled for March.
Yeah, that's
for May
not
17th.
happening, Peter.
It's definitely happening. I was thinking of having it that
Your birthday
weekend.
is not happening. Your
May
birthday's
3rd is the first Sunday after April 30th.
You're not. It's not happening, Peter.
I'm having you know how badly people are going to want to barbecue?
Oh yeah, but you're not gonna be allowed to. And if you are allowed to, I'm not coming. Fuck that.
You're not going to come to my birthday?
No, I'm not gonna come to your birthday.
How long are you going to stay away from people?
I don't know. I think until look, I hope things are better by May. That's a very wishful thinking, hopeful thing to say. But I'm thinking we're gonna be, at least till June, right?
I don't know. It's funny because I was in Jersey and I came back to the city, and I was like, oh shit, I should just go to Jersey. And then where
Yeah.
my parents live in Jersey is as bad as New York City.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of cases of corona down there.
It's not as bad as New York City. There's no way.
Well, it's not, but when a town of 10,000 has 200 cases, it's the same as New York City having however many thousand.
So you mean ratio wise, it's as
Yeah,
bad.
the chances of just the chances of being completely
Dude, the chances
isolated.
of getting your fucking coronavirus in New York City are way higher. It just is.
I mean, dude, Spanish Harlem is going on like nothing happened.
Yeah, they're all
Everyone
gonna
up here is
die,
like-
dude.
everyone
They're
up
all
here is like,
fucking
"Eh?"
stupid. Uptown people are fucking stupid, dude. They're not taking it seriously.
They eat their Chipotle and their jalapenos, and they're just gonna stay nice and healthy.
Chipotle, like the restaurant?
No, the Chipotle is it's a
It's a pepper.
spice.
It's a pepper.
That's where the name Chipotle comes from.
Yeah, the pepper.
So they whenever I worked in restaurants,
They just bite on peppers.
No, whenever I work, yes, and whenever I
Yeah,
used to
they
work
do.
with people from Latin America in restaurants, they would say they're like, you gringos get sick because you don't eat
Gringos.
hot peppers.
What do you mean we get sick? Because it's better to stay.
They ingest super spicy foods and they think that it keeps their immune system stronger. They have a point.
That seems like witch doctor-y stuff, though.
I mean, but I kind of listen. When I was a kid and when I got a bee sting, my dad told me to rub an onion on it, and it worked.
What? That's such a
I'm only
Sicilian cure.
I'm only one generation removed from that stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't have medicine.
Yeah, you're old. I always forget how old you are.
Well, it's not even that I'm old. It's that my father's an immigrant.
Yeah, but it is that you're old.
That too. Fuck. That's why we're celebrating
People
my birthday.
living in Italy aren't fucking rubbing onions still,
No, it's funny because my dad left and he took a lot of the stuff with him, and he doesn't like.
Right.
Sicily is more modern than the Sicilians in New Jersey.
Exactly, yeah.
They're like, no, we want flat screen TVs and cell phones, and all the Sicilians in Jersey are just like, no, we have to keep the tradition alive.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck tradition. We want new sunglasses,
Right. Yeah.
and we want our digital TVs.
Our digital TVs.
Like my parents, it's like a badge of honor. My mom can't figure out Facebook. She thinks it's a badge of honor. So
Yeah.
I don't.
You're like
she goes,
that,
I keep
though.
getting denied.
You're
I'm like,
so-
denied from Facebook?
Yeah, denied.
What
You're
does
like
that
that.
mean?
You're the worst with technology that I've ever met. You're so bad
Me?
at it. Yes.
I just don't. If I wanted
And you
to
love
spend the
it.
time-
You like being stupid with technology.
You want to hear something funny? My mom is
Yeah.
like, she refuses to learn how to do any of this stuff. When I was a kid, she was a computer teacher.
Whoa.
She got a job, but it was like after school, like late. It was like a late night class for like
Yeah.
adult education, and it was like literally teaching people like how to use a mouse and what the cursor was. So she somehow scammed her way
Yeah, how the
into this after school job, and she literally today told me that she tried to get on Facebook, but she got rejected.
Rejected. I don't think that makes any sense.
I was like, I was just shaking my head.
She was just not
And then
even on Facebook.
I had to because I tried to send her a link, and she's like, I just can't. It doesn't work. And I'm just like shaking my head in my apartment, going, "Why am I so angry? Why can't I just let it go?"
It's so infuriating to try and teach someone technology, anything with technology. I don't understand how people in IT don't fucking mass murder people in the office, because they're always teaching people like how to sign on to the corporate portal. And these idiots can't fucking do it. And that's their whole job, is to like, so like when I'm showing you how to like, press this button, do that. You've been good with the Zoom stuff, with the video conferencing stuff.
I'm learning, baby.
You are.
Well, the thing is, I got nothing else to do. I might as well.
You have to do this. That's the thing. But usually you're always distracted. You're looking at your phone. You're thinking about food or something, or one of your snacks. You're just, what am I going to eat for my snacks today?
I like my there's a lot going on in my brain as it is. I don't want to clutter it up with anything extra, but like if it's a necessity, I figure it out.
Well, it's a
so
necessity.
This is a necessity.
We figured it out. We're shining a light right in your face.
I got a desk lamp right here.
You look
what
good.
This is.
Yeah.
The last video we had the like shitty overhead light in my living room.
Yeah.
But we're doing it a little different. We're not doing a specific movie, but we could talk about like, what we've been doing. I got a
question. I got a question for you.
Okay.
You want to save your point real quick? We'll go to it. Okay. What's your eating situation been like? Are you eating healthy, or are you eating like shit? Are you working out at all? What's your snack situation? Are you eating more sweets than you should be, Peter?
So every day is a new adventure.
Yeah.
There are days that are really good, and there are days that are really bad. I think I turned a corner the last 2 days, though. I was a little. I feel really good right now.
Okay.
Like just like mentally,
good.
physically, but I've been like lethargic. There have been days when I've napped like a couple hours after I woke up, and every day I have intentions of like being productive and getting shit done, and then there are days when I'm just like, it's not gonna happen. But I've been cooking. I mean, every meal. I've been some exercising, but not as much. I walked 7 miles the other day, not on purpose.
Wow.
I rode my bike and I got a flat tire in Chelsea Pier.
Yeah, you told me about this.
I walked from Chelsea Pier all the way home.
So that was your 7 miles?
So I rode all the way there on the bike, and then I had to walk the bike all the way home.
Wow.
And it was like walking through a ghost town.
Yeah, I was looking at.
It was it's fascinating to like everything is. But then there's people on the street. People are walking.
In the city, it looks like in the streets and stuff, it looks like a little bit normal at times, where I'm just like seeing people's Instagram stories and stuff. But I was looking at Elon Altman's IG story, and he lives in this like high rise right on the FDR, and he was filming the FDR traffic, and it's eerie, dude. There's like one car, and then for like 30 seconds you don't see a car on the FDR, and then you see an ambulance go by, and then one car. It's like crazy.
Midtown, downtown is dead. Excuse me, but where the people live, people are still out. Like my neighborhood, I go to Central Park up here. I live on the north end of Central Park, and it's like bustling. People are out. They're jogging. They're walking. People with strollers. Like I saw a lady with a stroller, like a 2-seater stroller. Her and one kid had a face mask on, and the other kid didn't.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Oh, God. Talk about the reject of the family.
She did like a Sophie's Choice where she's like, I like this kid.
Me and the other kid. That's it.
That kid's going to grow up and she's not going to remember why she has resentment towards her mother and her sister, but then she's going to be like, she's going to have like a regressed memory where she's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Mommy was going to be okay if I got sick.
She picked her.
It's like I remember getting lost in the store. And my mom was just like someone would find me, and then they would call like over the intercom, and my mom would be like, "Oh my God, I didn't even notice that he was missing."
Oh.
And now I'm older, and I'm like, she was probably like, "It's gonna be okay." She's like, "Yeah, he's my first son, but he is a handful. I do have 3 other kids, and maybe this is for the best."
You think so? You think that's what it was?
I don't know.
No,
I remember one time I got found by a guy and his son, and it was totally
you were always getting lost? This happened multiple times?
This happened multiple times. And I remember they took me to the front desk, And I wasn't even scared. I was just kind of like, all right, how do we solve this problem? Like, I'm walking around a store. I have no idea where my mother is. And she came over and she's like, oh, I didn't even notice where he went. And I'm just like, they could have, if they were bad people, like that's what TV movies were about when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
They were like, I turned my back and the kid is gone.
Gone. Yeah.
And then eight years later, he escapes from the pervert that fucking kidnapped him. Like that was like every other TV movie when I was a kid.
Well, they rarely escape in real life.
There was a famous one called I Know My Name. I think it's called I Know My Name is Steven.
Oh, that just sounds creepy.
It was so bad.
Title.
Like this was on television. Like I was watching this with my mom. He gets to become he gets kidnapped, this kid. He becomes like, it fast forwards to when he's like 15 and the fucking kidnapper finds another kid. So him getting another kid is what makes the older kid go, all right, I have to do something.
Oh, wow.
So then he escapes, goes to the police and goes, I know my first name is Steven. I think my last name is Jones. I was kidnapped 8 years ago.
I know my last name is Steve, or first name is Steve. That's so intended, that title, to like tug at like a mother's heartstrings, you know?
Oh yeah.
He doesn't even know his name.
More of that. It's funny because I haven't watched any like new shit. I've been watching a lot of older stuff.
You got to get on. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
I've been watching
it.
like Hill Street Blues, like 80s episodes. It's very like melodramatic, like police show, but it's good. But I remember when I was a kid, there was a lot of like, there was a lot of TV movies in general.
Yeah.
That was just a thing that was happening a lot. But there was a lot of like, you know, movies about bad stuff happening to kids, and it was also just like every movie was about like, all right, like the world is dangerous out there, and if you don't watch, someone's gonna swipe your kid.
Yes. Yes.
And that's where like the whole like what is it, Rescue? It was a show, Rescue 911.
Oh, okay.
And the guy's name was Joe Walsh, who like hosted that show.
No, that was America's Most
Walsh.
Wanted. That America's Most Wanted was the Walsh guy, 100%.
Well, his
son
was
yes,
murdered.
That's America's
and
Most
Wanted. There was a TV movie about
Correct.
that, which
Yes.
I remember watching when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And we would watch. Is it Rescue 911?
It just reminded me. Okay, so no, it's not. Maybe the movie is Rescue 911.
No, there was a TV show also called Rescue 911.
Okay, but the show that you're talking about with the Joe Walsh, that's
Was
definitely
America's
America's
Most Wanted.
Most Wanted because, and I know that for a few reasons. One of the reasons I know that is because Sirius XM, there's this show. Opie and Anthony. This was on the Opie and Anthony show, but this guy Sam Roberts, who does a show with Jim Norton on their network now, they had Joe Walsh as a guest years ago, right? And so Joe's son, who died tragically, his name was Adam Walsh. So when Joe's walking into the studio to like as the guest, like to come on the show, Sam goes, Adam Walsh, come in, and he corrects, and then Anthony has to go. Cumia goes, oh, John, nice to see you, John. He says John like 400 times.
Oh my god!
And then, yeah. Was it John Walsh? No. Sorry, what's his actual name? Joe. Yeah. Either way, oh my god! And you could hear the embarrassment in Sam's voice.
That's
and
fucked up.
they played it over the years, just to brutalize Sam. Oh yeah. Adam Walsh. Joe. I mean Joe.
Rescue 911 was they would reenact 911 calls.
Yeah.
And so it would be like you would hear the call and then they would do a reenactment of like, and so it was just, and my mom would sit there, and I think they did them back to back. I think they did America's Most Wanted and Rescue 911 like back to back on TV.
Wow. Okay.
And my mom would sit there and like cry and be like, why? This is all, why? And I'm like, you could just you could change the channel. Like she doesn't understand that she's like doing this to herself.
Yeah.
By watching this stuff and making, and it's funny because it's like today, like I'm not watching any of the news, and I think people are.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember when it was like my one of my brothers was at Virginia Tech when the school shooting happened.
Yeah. Oh wow. Really?
And yeah, he was graduating like a couple weeks after that.
That's
so
crazy.
we had to go to the graduation. It was one that day. Like he called right away.
Yeah.
So my mom, like we knew right away that he was safe.
Okay.
So at least we didn't have that like delay of like waiting to hear, what's going on. So like the minute I heard that there was a shooter at Virginia Tech, I knew my brother was okay. So thank God for that.
Right.
But we went to this. They did the graduation was like a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
And it was they actually. I have to say this: Virginia Tech, like, it's an impossible situation to be in. Because one, you're holding a graduation and you're celebrating. There's all these people who are celebrating their achievement. Like they graduated from a great school. But at the same time, you have to like honor all the people that were just brutally murdered a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it was simultaneously like, it was actually like really beautiful, but it was so fucking sad.
Oh, yeah. That's brutal.
And the reason I bring that up is that like a lot of this stuff, whether it's like a coming hurricane or a school shooting, I think it's like unless you need information that's directly going to affect your life, it's a type of pornography. Like, I think people get their jollies off of. I remember when like Hurricane Irene was about to come. I don't know if I was talking to you. Like I ate all my junk food before the hurricane came because I was warned to like stock up.
On junk food? You're
warned to like stock up on supplies.
Yeah, you're a treat.
And I'm sitting there and I'm fucking watching the news and I'm anxious, so I'm just like eating as I'm watching. By the time the storm came, I was out of food.
Because it's an exciting thing. It's like
like right now to answer the original question,
porn.
I've been like I did bake brownies the other day, but the brownies lasted 4 days, which for me is pretty good.
That's not good. Okay.
It's dude. It took me 4 days to eat a batch of brownies. Yeah.
Okay. It's a lot of brownies.
I just finished the last one right before we got.
How many brownies are in a batch?
I mean, I cut them in 8-inch strips, so I don't really know.
It's a lot of brownies, dude. You really think it's good? It's a good thing?
I was eating like a lot, like a lot of
like brownies. a long like pan-sized strip of brownies.
Yeah, but narrow,
Yeah, like a narrow, but the whole pan.
the length of the pan.
Yeah.
I cut it like four times long ways.
Some king strips.
But I learned something there because
let me hear.
I enjoyed the brownies more.
Yeah.
Because I made them and because they were like real and not just like the cookies that you buy at the store. I'm just like throwing them in my mouth.
Right.
I'm not even paying attention.
There's no respect paid to the individual.
Like if
cookie.
it's something that's like an actual like baked good.
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna savor this.
Right.
But I've been eating mostly good.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like you've been cooking all your meals.
I've been cooking.
You have some treats every now and then, but
I've been having some wine. I definitely treated myself to like I want to like drink more wine with dinner, so I've been drinking wine.
I haven't drank at all. Is that weird?
I'm not a big drinker, but I really enjoy wine, but I don't.
I do too. I just
drink it enough.
Me too. But I just haven't been drinking. I find it odd, honestly, but yeah, I just haven't been drinking.
Good. How's the cigarette smoking?
I had one cigarette today.
That's it?
Which is very good for me.
That's great, man. Good for you.
Well, because I'm scared now. I'm just scared, man.
Maybe
and I have chronic bronchitis. I mean,
you're like, besides the chronic bronchitis, I don't see any other need to quit smoking.
Yes. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's it. Chronic bronchitis, not good. As soon as this is over, I'm right back to it, though.
Don't do it.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not. Look, I'll probably have one more before bed tonight, and then
Your mom probably doesn't want you.
Oh my God, no, she hates
smoking in her house.
No, I do it on the deck. Yeah,
that's good at least.
Yeah,
I should have you smoke on the deck when we're recording the podcast.
I'd kick you out of my house. Get the fuck out. It's my rules. I'm an
just
adult.
Do it remotely.
I've worked my ass off.
It remotely even after fucking this is over.
Yeah, just never see each other again. That'd be fine.
Oh man, but I've been like nostalgic. So I've been wanting to read and write. Like I don't want to just be on my phone all day, even though I am on my fucking phone all day.
You've been on your phone more than a fucking teenage girl on Instagram.
Dude, I'm like,
who's
so
like
manic,
fucking
so
in
like,
heat, dude.
When I'm manic, I'm just like post.
Dude, you're crazy right now. You're posting literally like a 17-year-old slut.
I know. I can't.
Every day I see something. Oh,
I put a lot.
This is
lot
me
content.
Cooking, and I get that you were making fun of people that do that, but
which
was
also
funny.
fun. Like I really
and
enjoyed it.
And then you enjoyed it. I saw it happening mid-video. It was hilarious. You started your video going, so I'm about to film myself cooking because by the way, can you spill the tea on who you were making fun of?
No, there was no
There's
no
no one
one in
individually?
particular. It was just the
Okay.
fact that everybody was posting cooking videos.
Yeah, so people were posting cooking videos because everyone's bored as shit. And you were like, so I'm going to post me making dinner because that's what people do. They're posting cooking dinner. And then 3 minutes later, you're like, oh, Diane, you're here. You're in the room. And you're just like fucking cooking up a sauce and you're loving it. You're having like a grand old time. And I can see it happening. And you're getting more and more addicted to your phone. I mean, it's good I guess.
It started to get, it started, I started to see the allure of doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, my biggest regret this past year is that I didn't film the whole process of building the house.
That was, yes, that would have been good to set up a camera.
I should have done like
just set
videos
up,
of every step of the way.
You know what would have been great? Just set up, you have your phone, and then also just set up a camera on the outside of the house, do a fucking, what is that called when you do like a bunch of frames, a time lapse. Should set up one camera in front of the house as it gets built and do a time lapse of the whole like year, and then it becomes this beautiful thing.
That would
have been so cool.
I could have done a picture every step.
Picture or even
I probably
video.
could. I mean, you could maybe help with it. I have pictures the whole way that we could probably create something like that.
Yeah, I could probably. Yeah.
But no. So I did a tour of the house video.
I saw that. Yep.
And so that was like a lot of fun. And there was a lot of, and it's funny because like at one point I went live for the first time. And at one point it was like a friend of mine who's in real estate, my cousin who's a carpenter and a builder, someone I know from, so it was like a good mix of people that I know who were actually like genuinely interested in what I was doing.
Right. Yeah.
And being like, oh, they were like asking like questions that you would ask if you had some knowledge of like building a house. And so it was kind of cool to do that as opposed to like try to do jokes or something, which would feel weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Trying to be funny is hard. Look at us right now.
Not good at it.
No, I'm not very good at it.
it either flows or it don't flow.
I mean, I think this has been somewhat fun.
Yeah. No,
we should keep it short though.
I also like to just talk.
Yeah, me too. We should keep these like 30 minutes, I think. Like 30 minutes, quick check-ins, pandemic emergencies. By the way, we should say we're posting these up to YouTube. So all you have to do is search Kill You Last Podcast on YouTube, and you'll find our channel, and you'll find the videos. Starting with Pandemic Emergency Pod number 2 and on are going to be uploaded to YouTube.
And we're going to go back to, we're talking about getting a guest. And getting guests going forward, and we're going to go back to the normal format. I mean, it just feels like
this is not a permanent break with the movies. We're just, we have nothing to do, and we want to put out stuff, and I want to check in with my buddy Peter here. So it's a whole thing.
It's so weird to like. I really like miss human contact. I've been making phone calls. Like I've gotten on a couple like Google Meetup, whatever that people have organized.
Yeah.
And I have been like home, and I did feel like I turned a corner the last couple of days. I was like way overly ambitious. I was like, I'm finally gonna read Brothers Karamazov and all this stuff.
You over ambitious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what I found was I went back to one of my favorite writers is Flannery O'Connor, and she wrote a lot of short stories. And I love her short stories. So I found like rereading stuff that I already enjoyed that I hadn't like read in years. That's like 20, 25 pages long. Is an easy way like kind of back into stuff. And the same thing with like rewatching. Like it makes me feel like things are rather than trying to like take on something new. Like this is a good time to go deeper into stuff that you wouldn't normally because you're too distracted by regular life.
Yeah.
So I find going back to stuff and like kind of seeing it again, like it's much more comforting than trying to like do all this new shit.
So is that why you're not watching Tiger King?
I just I heard everybody talking about it, and I'm kind of like,
are you like me? Like you're like a contrarian? Because here's the thing: before you say no, just hear me out. I am a contrarian. So when a lot of people start doing one thing or talking about one thing, I really my instinct is to go fuck that thing. It's probably for stupid people. I don't like that thing, and I avoid it. Right? And I avoided this for the first like 3, 4, 5 days. I started seeing people talk about it. But me and my mom got so bored here. We were both hearing about this Tiger King in both of our vastly different social circles. So we're like, why don't we try this thing out? So we tried it out. We went through the first 5 episodes, which are hour-long episodes, in one sitting.
Yeah.
We watched fucking 5 hours of Tiger King. Me and my mom, we didn't shut up. We didn't talk to each other. We were just watching. It's mesmerizing, and it's a true story, and it's an unbelievable documentary. Like, I've never seen the amount of footage that these guys were able to get, the closeness to the subjects. It's unbelievable. Like, I don't want to give anything away, but like, basically, Joe Exotic he's one of the greatest characters of this century. It's unbelievable how.
I'm not a contrarian in that I don't want to do something just because people are doing it. But
Okay.
when I hear people talk about why they like something, I know whether or not I'm gonna like it too. It's like when someone talks about a movie, like
Yeah.
it's not just that they like like it's like you like it. It's like if you tell me why you like it, I'm like, oh, that's gonna suck. But like the way you described it is better than like let's put it this way.
I'm describing it in different. I'm not giving you the dumb man's view of it or whatever.
Up until this point, nothing that anyone has said has made me go, oh, I really want to see that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not just that it's popular, so I don't want to do it because it's popular.
You're just seeing the meme of it online.
Yeah.
And the meme of it is fun. Once you know the show, participating in the meme is hilarious. And I totally understand participating in the meme. But to sell you on it, I'm telling you why I liked it from the get-go. And what I was so impressed by, and still I haven't finished it. I'm 2 episodes left. What I'm so impressed with is the documentarian, like the way that they were able to get the footage they got. It's a show within a show within a show. It's crazy. Like,
well, was there found footage? Like these people have been recording themselves?
Yeah. Well, the documentarian was recording everything, but they were doing their own reality show. So it's him filming a reality show. So it's the filming of a reality show.
Behind the scenes of the
and then the
making of a
guy
reality show.
I'll give you one detail. The guy burns the footage out, the studio down. So someone sets fire to all the reality show footage. The documentary footage is the only thing that's left. And that's what we're seeing. So that reality show never even came to be, even though it was like this big thing.
See, that's interesting.
It's so interesting. And that's just one tiny detail, let alone Joe Exotic having 2 gay husbands, one of which wasn't gay when he showed up on the farm or the zoo, and then he converts to being gay, and it's crazy. It's
gay
so
for tigers?
crazy. No, just
tigers
gay. And he's got no teeth. It's crazy. You gotta watch it.
It happens. It happens.
I think there's a lot of meth going on down by where Joe Exotic lives.
That happens too.
Yeah, but then also there's like another guy who has like 3 wives, legitimately. I mean, these guys are crazy, dude. Like he owns a private zoo. This guy in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. I'm sure.
It takes place in South Carolina. Okay.
No. It takes place in multiple places. South Carolina is where one of the zoos is. That's where the guy with multiple wives is. But then you have Joe Exotic. He's down in Oklahoma, like bumfuck Oklahoma. So that's where most of the story takes place, is in Oklahoma on Joe Exotic's zoo. He has over 130 tigers.
I like animals.
Yeah, there's not too much animal cruelty. There's like 1 or 2 scenes.
Because I went to Central Park yesterday or 2 days ago, and they were like all the turtles were on the edge of the pond, and I was like, I forgot how much I love fucking turtles.
What?
They're just like chilling.
Wait, what? Okay.
I love animals, man.
I like you know what I don't like?
Animal guy.
I like animals, but I mean, like, I like dogs. I don't mind a cat every now and then. Cats get a little annoying sometimes, but there's animals I don't like though, for sure. Like geese.
They're assholes.
They're the worst animals.
They're fucking assholes.
And they bare their teeth at you, and they go and they make a noise.
They ruin
attack
everywhere
you.
they go.
Yeah.
They actually are like they will pollute a water source from all their shit.
Yeah, they shit so much.
But like, my cat is the only thing that's getting me through this right now. Me and my cat are we've taken our relationship to another level.
Like, sounds like you're doing some weird stuff with the cat.
No, she's just like she can't make sense of what's going on.
Yeah,
she doesn't know why I'm here so much.
Does she
like
like
there are
it?
days where she just sits in the other room and just like looks at me with disgust. And then there are
Really?
other times she just jumps on the couch and just like looks at me longingly. I'm like, it's the same me, babe. I don't know what to tell you. I'm the same person. She just can't process.
Does your cat? How long
What's
have
that?
you had the cat for?
7 years.
Do you think the cat likes you?
Yes and no.
This is why I don't. This is why I don't like cats. Because with a dog, that answer is yes immediately.
So I got the cat for my ex for Christmas. We were
Okay.
living together, and I was never a cat person at all. But I ended up cat sitting a couple times for friends. And my aunt is a crazy cat lady. Like my aunt is like
Really?
picking up cats off the street. Like I think she has 6 cats.
Yeah.
They have their cabinets are covered. Their kitchen cabinets are covered in plastic because the cats spray on the cabinets. Like my poor uncle is a hostage in his own house.
Oh my God.
So
Ew,
that I would never
dude.
put up with. Like if my cat was
That's
like dirty
insane.
in any way or she was like nasty in any way, I would get rid of her. But her temperament is great. But what happened was my aunt was like volunteering at some group, and she goes, "There's a cat for you. Like I want you to adopt this cat." So the cat walked out of a swamp in Jersey in the Watchung Reservation, and it was a kitten. It had to have a hernia operation, and some girl was fostering the cat, and they were looking for a permanent home. So
Okay.
I got the cat so that me and my ex could have the cat together. So we had it together for years, and then when we broke up, she took the cat with her. Right now, her like living situation, we're still on good terms. Her living situation is a little up in the air. So I've had the cat
Okay.
back for a couple months.
Oh, so you've had the cat. Okay.
But the thing is that I would fight with my ex because the cat does not like to be picked up. Her name is
Sure.
Bella. She's orange. She's fucking great. She's a beautiful cat.
Okay.
But like this is the same problem I had with my ex is that sometimes you got to like let things be
Yeah.
and let people come around to you rather than like my ex doesn't know how to deal with frustration. So like she would get frustrated because the cat wouldn't want to be picked up and she would scratch her. Me, I never try to pick up the cat. I wait for the cat to come to me.
Because the cat doesn't like to get picked up. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
so I respect her that she doesn't want to be picked up, but I also like when she's near me, I know that she wants to be pet a certain amount, and then when she doesn't want to be pet, I let her go. But I never try to like force the issue.
Okay. So this is a convoluted answer, but yes, the cat likes you.
Yeah, so I've grown to love cats. I was
Okay.
never a cat person, but I'm also like I want a pet chimpanzee so bad, and I know that the one ate the lady's face.
Yeah.
But I feel like
know.
me and my chimpanzee would be because
Tight.
I respect.
What's nicer than what's cuter than a chimpanzee in a diaper? I mean, come on. Isn't that the cutest thing of all time?
I also want a German Shepherd that will eat out of my hand, but like kill my enemies.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want that? Like
There's
a real
something
guard
about
dog?
having an animal that like, and that's my one like the flicker of interest with this. Was it Tiger King? What is it called?
Tiger King.
Tiger King. Is like I want an animal that like I'm the alpha with that animal, but will destroy anybody else.
Yeah.
Like I've always like my uncle that used to have a German Shepherd that like she was like deceptive. Like she seemed like she was like a sweet German Shepherd, but she would like attack people. But me, I would like she would literally want to lick. She would jump up and she would want to lick my hand. And one time something happened in her like the area where she was like locked in.
Yeah.
And he immediately thought it was me. He was like, no one else could go in there. She fucking kills everybody else. And I was like, no, I swear to do it. But he's like, she literally she would attack every other person. And for whatever reason, me and the dog, I think I'm an animal whisperer. I have a special
Okay.
bond with animals.
You should watch Tiger King.
Maybe I should make a
That's the
documentary
point.
about me. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I
think
I highly recommend it. We're gonna have plenty of time to watch old movies, new movies. I'm just saying, if you have a Netflix account, watch Tiger King.
Are you watching any coronavirus is a conspiracy videos online?
I didn't even know that there's videos now.
I don't know if there's anything in particular, but there's definitely some guys who are like, this is
Who?
a conspiracy.
Who?
I don't want
who's-
to name any names. I don't
What
want
do
to
you
give away
mean?
sources.
Why? What?
I can't think of anything in particular, but there's
I mean,
definitely.
for sure you're thinking of something in particular.
I can't remember like one specific thing where it's like, I just know that, like, and again, I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy. I do think it's interesting, And I also think having wrong opinions is a hell of a lot more interesting than being told that you have to have all the right opinions.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with
I may
that.
have said it on here like last time where I was like, I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but whenever somebody tells me I'm not allowed to believe in the conspiracy theory, I get very suspicious.
Yeah.
Why they're
Yeah.
protesting so much. At least as like a thought experiment, I think it's interesting to be like, well, does this seem like something is fucked up? Like,
Yeah.
is something weird about what's going on? Or am I just going to listen to what CNN tells me? You know?
Yeah, it's just this time it's like, I don't know. I do see actual people I know getting sick. It's hard for me
I
to
don't think
it's a conspiracy. No, I know what you're saying. Like people, like the governments of the world telling people that they can't leave their, residences and all that stuff. It's like in America that's unconstitutional, 100%. So they can't actually lock down America in a constitutional way. So if they do that, then they're going against like our founding fathers and all that type of stuff. But they haven't done that yet. I think there's a reason why America is not really locking down officially. Other countries have. Like, I mean, obviously the communist countries, but even just the socialist countries have quickly gone to lockdown,
Yeah, I mean, from what I hear, like the Italians a lot of them are not listening.
I know
Italians don't.
They
like,
don't, and
to be
that's
told
why
what to do.
That's why they're dying. Honestly,
But it's all happening in the northern part of Italy. Hopefully, and all my family. I mean,
Yeah.
I have relatives in the north, but my family's concentrated
same.
down south. And I hope so far as from what I've heard, everybody's healthy and okay. Which, thank God.
Excuse me. Yeah.
But yeah. Like I mean, I had like my great uncle. He actually just passed away within this past year. But he had a heart attack at one point, like big smoker, and he was in the hospital with the shit like stuck on his chest, and they told him that he had to quit smoking and that he had to do X, Y, and Z, and he literally ripped everything off and just walked out of the fucking hospital.
Yeah, Italians are fucking.
But that's
crazy,
that's the kind of people that I come from, though. They're fucking stubborn.
No, me too.
But that's also
I
how
know.
they survived.
Yes.
My grandmother, like, she would have been like, "What? I can't go outside? What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And then she would have eaten fucking romaine lettuce with dirt on it, and rubbed her hands on her dress and went back to her business.
No, I know. You're right. It is what it is. Italians are stubborn, and that's partly the reason why it's all going to shit over there. But you're right. The lockdown isn't, from what I've heard, is not really a real lockdown in Italy.
It's
they had essential workers all the way up until like we closed down in New York essential work before Italy did, and Italy had like what thousands of people dying a day already. So.
Yeah, and they also like a huge part of their economy is tourism.
Yeah.
So I imagine a lot of people were traveling to and from Italy. And a lot of Italians have to travel.
Yes.
Like they relocate to Germany and to England and all these other places to work.
And they don't have telecommunication. You know how like the cell phone technology in Italy was like 20 years behind us? Not 20.
Actually they
got better, but they were really behind us.
They had like a
video.
they had video calls on their phones like way before we did.
Well, they had WhatsApp. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all of Europe.
It's funny. You know what's funny is when I used to go to Sicily like every other summer, and I became like known in the town. Like they knew that I was like the American cousin, like because I was there enough that I like started to make my own friends. I wasn't just like the cousin visiting from
You say
America.
things though, yeah, the way you say.
And so
them.
I would always say like "What's up" to everybody. And they would be like, "Ma Peter, what is it? What's up? ¿Qué significa what's up?"
Yeah.
And I was like, it's just like an expression that we say. And then years later, WhatsApp came out, and they must have been like, "Wow, this Peter Garachi is a fucking genius."
yeah. ¿Qué significa WhatsApp?
¿Qué significa WhatsApp? I'm like, they're like, the sky? Is that what are you saying? The sky right now? I'm like, don't try to
Italians
understand.
are the worst. I mean, they're the best, but they're so
I love
fucking.
them. They're crazy.
They're adorable sometimes. Yeah.
I hope for the best for everybody.
Absolutely. To our Italian
all right, should we wrap this up?
We should wrap this up.
Fuck, man, I missed. I on Saturday. I remember that I had a show booked on Friday that I totally forgot about. That was canceled, but still, it was like I didn't even think about it. I was like, shit,
dude. It's not. I haven't even thought about any of the shows. None.
Yeah,
I mean, comedy might be the last thing to return.
I don't know. I feel like people. I don't think people are going to travel for a while. I don't think people are going to get on planes for a while. But people are going to be like hungry to get out of the house and do stuff.
You're right.
So I'm hoping that live entertainment in general. Like, I mean, I have so many friends in the restaurant business. I was in the restaurant business for years. A lot of these people are hurting really bad.
I know.
And,
I know a lot of people that don't have any source of income right now. They got to do. I mean,
I'm one of those people.
yeah. What are you doing? Are you going to pay rent?
I'm hoping this ends really soon.
Are you going to be able to pay rent? You shouldn't wait till they make it not even a thing.
My landlord sometimes is hard to find anyway.
Oh, good.
So if I was like 2 weeks late, it would be like sometimes I have to like chase him down to give him the rent.
Okay.
So
good.
if I was like,
don't pay.
That's why I'm kind of hoping that like April 15th is like 2.5 weeks. Let's see what we're looking at in 2.5 weeks.
Oh yeah, they're gonna give us, I think, New York especially, some sort of rent delay or something. They have to. The whole city's fucked. We can't.
Well, but they also like, I mean, they gotta, the landlords too. Like, it's like people gotta pay their
Dude,
bills.
I'm not even living there.
Yeah,
I'm paying for nothing.
Yeah,
It suck. I don't want to pay.
It's crazy. No, the whole thing is. Well, I mean, it's also like, there's a guy that I like to read. His name is Nassim Taleb. I think I might have mentioned he did.
You
like
mentioned him last time.
Yeah, Black Swan, right? So his most recent book is called Antifragile, and it's sort of a concept of like, the opposite of fragile is not like solid, because if something is like too rigid, it'll break under pressure. So you want something that, like, we all know what fragile is. Fragile is
fragile.
You drop a teacup on the floor and it shatters.
Yeah.
And if something is like rock solid, it's strong, but if it's too rigid, it will also buckle under pressure. So you want something that actually. So he comes from economics, but he talks a lot of other stuff too, like whether it's a country or a company or your personal finances, you want to be able to gain from stress. And so that's what kind of like the concept of anti-fragile is. So I think a lot of people hopefully are going to see what's going on now and say like, all right, I do have to have certain things in place in my life just in case the unforeseen happens.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm just lucky. So I don't even have, like, I still have my job, but I don't know if I have something like if I were to get laid off, what am I going to do?
It's funny because some people will tell me they're as busy or busier than ever.
I'm as busy.
A lot of my friends are telecommuting and they're whatever. And then some people are just like collecting unemployment, whatever. And then there's those other of us who are like trying to start like their own business, who are like literally just like waiting and hoping for the best. So it's like, it's not like everyone is not going through
Entrepreneurs are fucked.
Yeah, everyone is kind of like, there are different pockets of people that are either doing badly or well right now. And it'll be interesting to see how that, like long term, what that looks like.
Yeah, it's really nice to have a telecommute, like a job Monday to Friday, because there's 8 hours in every day that I don't need to think about coronavirus. Like that I can't.
Yeah, the
think
staying
about,
busy thing is really good.
Yeah, I can't think about it because I have real work to do and I'm as busy as ever. So it's nice to have something that is it really is. And it actually makes it so that when I'm off work, I can think about it and I could do, reasonable amount of research and not go too crazy,
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing. But hey, we're gonna continue to bring these video pods and most of them are we're gonna have a movie, we're gonna have a guest, we're gonna start to do that. But we just wanted to get a few up and running.
Good. No, I'm happy with that episode.
Yeah. Well, we're recording.
I'm happy with this episode.
Okay. Fucking still not. Okay. We'll see you soon. I mean, I don't know who the next guest is going to be, but we're talking to a few people, right?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get one up soon.
All right. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.